Welcome viewers to another TV box stop presentation. Today I'm featuring a new mini PC, which is also classified as a 4K movie home theater / TV box. This box is the Beelink AP42, Windows 10 mini PC and 4K TV box. Usually, I only feature Android TV boxes on my site, so in today's video, I'll demonstrate how this Windows mini PC can also be used as a TV box. This video is also for hardware enthusiasts who love to do benchmarks on various mobile devices. This video may surprise you, because there's an Intel Pentium CPU inside, so sit tight, I'll be back in a moment. Welcome back. So here we have this blue box that the device comes in. As you can see on each side of the box there's an Intel sticker placed on every side. If we look here, you can see that the model is the AP42. The CPU is an Intel Pentium N4200 CPU, running up to 1.1 GHz. The GPU is the Intel HD Graphics 505 GPU. It has 4 GB of DDR3 RAM, and a 57.5 GB of internal storage. It has Ethernet LAN connection with a speed of 1000 megabits per second. It has 802.11 dual band 2.4 plus 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth 4.0. It uses a 12 volts 1.5 amp power adapter, and it runs on Windows 10 operating system. So it's time to unpack the contents of this box. So in the box, here we have the unit itself. You get 2 HDMI cables, a mounting bracket and screws, a power adapter, and a user's guide. Let's examine the box. To the back, you have one HDMI port, a USB 3.0 port. You have one RJ45 Ethernet LAN port. There's one earphone jack, a power button, and a reset button. To the side, you have 2 more USB 3.0 ports, and an SD card slot. To the other side, you have an external antenna. To the front, there's an LED power light indicator. At the bottom, you have 4 rubber studs, and there are ventilation holes at the bottom and sides. The box is made of solid metal with the Beelink logo clearly displayed at the top. The box doesn't come with a remote control as it is not a TV box, but actually a mini PC, so you can use just about any regular keyboard and mouse to navigate this box, or even a Bluetooth Air mouse will work, so I'm using a wireless Air mouse and a touchpad keyboard for this demonstration. So I'll now connect this box to my TV, and when I return, we'll look at some system and hardware information, then run some benchmarks to see how it scores. So I am back, and I've connected all my peripherals, and it's now time to power up this box. As I start up the box, it shows the Beelink animation and logo as it loads, and then you are presented with this setup screen. On this screen, here you're required to enter your country and language, and your Windows registration code. However, you don't have to enter any key in the provided field, so just click skip this step. Then you're required to accept the license agreement, and fill out the other required information. You're then presented with a clean Windows 10 operating system with no programs installed whatsoever. So prior to this video, I installed some system and benchmarking programs, and a video game to test this box's performance. I don't think there's the need to explain to anyone about how to use Windows, so I'll just go straight into some system and hardware information. For this I'm running the AIDA64 System and Hardware Information program. If we look under the System section, here it shows that the manufacturer is Beelink, and the product name is the AP42. And below here it shows the total internal storage capacity, and the remaining free internal storage. Under the CPU section, it shows that the CPU model is the Intel Pentium N4200, codename Apollo Lake, running up to 1.1 GHz. Below here it shows that the CPU has 4 logical processor cores running on a 64-bit instruction set. Under the display section, it shows that the GPU is the Intel HD Graphics GPU with 128 GB of DDR3 RAM, and it has 2 GB of shared system memory. Under the network section, here it shows that I'm connected to my 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi band, and below here it shows the signal strength, data rate speed, and the encryption type. Under the Windows section, it shows that you're running on Windows 10 operating system, and below here it shows the kernel architecture is 64-bit x86. And that's it for hardware and system information. First, I'll test some memory read and write speeds. And the results show that this box has a RAM copy speed of 5834 megabits per second. However, during the test, the internal storage test ended prematurely, because the readings was over the maximum range of the software, so it got a read speed of 588 megabits per second and over, and a write speed of 184 megabits per second and over. I have seen other boxes clock over 9000 megabits per second on DDR4 memory, like in the recent Yondu TV box that I recently reviewed on my channel. However, the internal memory read and write speeds on this mini PC are the highest scores I've ever seen on a TV box device, and that's it for the memory test. I'll now perform a speed test on both the 2.4 and 5.8 Wi-Fi bands. After a total of 6 tests on each band, these are the results. As you can see, I got some good download and upload speeds on my 30 megabytes internet connection. I now turn to the Antutu benchmark. I always like to explain a little bit about these benchmarks for those new to TV boxes, so that everyone would have some sort of idea about what is happening in these various tests. The Antutu benchmark is a software that performs a comprehensive test on a Windows device. It performs a test on your 3D graphics, memory performance, CPU multi-threading and multitasking capability, and it also performs a test on user experience performance. Upon completion, the Beelink AP42 got an Antutu score of 132,004. Well then, I think the Beelink AP42 just hit every Android TV box Antutu score out of the park. If this is the case, remember I told you that there is an Intel CPU inside, so I wonder how it will do in the Geekbench 4 score. This software performs a test on the box's CPU. It puts the box's CPU to task by running a series of timed processes. The box then gets a score based on how long it takes to complete each task. When all tests were completed, the Beelink AP42 got a Geekbench 4 score of 1,525 single-core and 3,951 multi-core. Again, these scores are way above what I'm accustomed to. Well, that leaves only one more benchmark, which is a GPU test. For this test, I'm running the Ice Storm Extreme GPU benchmarking software, part of the 3D Mark GPU benchmarking package. This app focuses on your device's GPU performance. If you don't understand what that is, it's simply the hardware responsible for your 3D graphics, your 4K display, and your beautiful colors on the box. The app measures GPU performance while processing lots of pixels and vertices. And it also performs a physics test that measures high graphics detail rendering performance. When this test was completed, the Beelink AP42 got an Ice Storm Extreme score of 17,191. In this advanced 3D Mark software package there are various benchmarks to suit the power of your device. So I chose to use the Ice Storm Extreme benchmark, because it was the closest benchmark to compare to Android TV boxes to show the difference in scores. And that's the end of the benchmarking segment of my review. So with all these great benchmark scores, let's put it to the test and run some 4K videos. From what I saw, I'm really impressed with the 4K playback. And yes, I know, the jellyfish video didn't play as I thought it would. But it came pretty darn close, didn't it? So I gave it one more try using the Windows Movie and TV player. It played a little better, but not 100% smooth. And that's all for Kodi. For my final demonstration, I'm running a couple of games I installed from the Windows Store, so let's take in a few minutes of gameplay. Well then, so those games ran pretty well without any issues. And the graphics were of a high quality. Keep in mind that this is a mini PC and not a full-fledged desktop gaming PC, so it will have its limits in which PC games it can play, as Windows games demand way more resources than Android games. So in conclusion, the box outscores most Android TV boxes double time, and you can look forward for more mini PCs in the future. However, despite its outstanding scores, it does have its issues, one of which is heat. During gameplay, I noticed that the box got really hot, so adequate ventilation is needed. Another downside is that the CPU speed is set at 1.1 GHz, which I find is a bit low, so I researched this CPU, and I found that it can go as high as 2.5 GHz, but I don't think this box can handle the heat at that frequency. And the thing that I didn't like the most was that they should have included an air mouse in the purchase. There was so much more I could have shown in this video, but for the sake of time, I had to select only the key points of interest for my viewers. So I have come to the end of my review of the Beelink AP42, Windows 10 Mini PC and 4K TV box. So if you are interested in this device, a link was placed in the description area below this video, and links can also be found on the website, so be sure to check that out. And be sure to check for discount coupons related to this device. Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video if you found it informative, share it with your friends, and subscribe to this channel for more TV box stop videos.